One local business is helping you cultivate your green thumb. Reporter Catherine Gall has the dirt on this story.
This is one of the newest garden stories in the region. Happy Valley Organic Garden Center in State College just had its grand opening last weekend. Owner Brian Kinney's goal is simple.
Thank you.
To help customers build a better garden.
A resource for people who care about their gardens and what they're putting into their garden soil.
With the warmer weather now, many people are starting to work on their backyard gardens. Brian says if you want to play it safe to get started, stick to the basics.
So peas and spinach and maybe some beans right now are fine, but waiting to plant your tomatoes and peppers till after Memorial Day generally is the accepted time around here.
The key to a healthy garden starts in the soil. If you want to have blooms like this in your garden, it's important that your soil has a combination of both compost and a solid fertilizer. You want to make sure that your blooms and your plants meet their utmost potential. Experts say some people make the mistake of over-fertilizing their soil. Too much can burn your plants. Brian says the best way to know what the soil needs is to do a soil test.
Those are available here at the Organic Garden Center through your extension office, which is in Bellefonte.
For gardeners who are limited on space, there are good options too.
Container gardening around their patio works very well. There's also a couple community gardens in this area that they could join and get a small plot to grow their own, or just working with somebody who has their own garden. Most gardeners are willing to teach you and show you in exchange for a little bit of help in their own garden.
So enjoy the spring and get out there and start planting.
A local college community is in shock tonight after a Syrian refugee attending the school is being investigated for possible ties to terrorism. Reporter Laura Anderson has the story.
Lewistown College junior Layla Malouf is under suspicion of being connected to known terror organization ISIS. Malouf is a Syrian refugee who has been living in the United States for the last 3 years. School officials say they were first tipped off to Malouf after certain keywords popped up in the university's email system. The college's IT department then began following Malouf's online activity while using computers on campus. They found this activity to be suspicious and possibly connected with ISIS, though these claims are still unproven at this point. School officials say right now details on this case are limited, but they are taking this matter seriously as the investigation is ongoing. The university is operating normally with classes still in session, and they encourage anyone with any information on Malouf to step forward.
Young women all across the state are gearing up and glamming up to compete in the Miss Pennsylvania USA pageant. Meet one local woman in her journey to capture the crown.
Deanna Wagner may seem like a typical college student at first glance, but she's been working hard all semester on more than just schoolwork. The Pennsylvania native isn't just seeking good grades, she's also after the crown for the Miss Pennsylvania USA pageant.
It's every pageant girl's dream to compete for their state.
It has been a fun journey for Deanna, who started doing pageants as a kid and always dreamed about competing for Miss Pennsylvania. She says it's somewhat of a childhood dream come true.
I just have wanted to do the Miss Universe organization ever since I started.
Though there is a lot of fun involved, the pageant prep process, as she calls it, is not an easy one.
Because anyone that knows me knows that I absolutely love anything that is chocolate, has sugar in it.
Trying to balance school with pageant prep has been hectic, but Deanna says it's been an experience she wouldn't trade for the world.
The winner of the Miss Pennsylvania USA pageant will move on to compete in the Miss USA pageant in Las Vegas.